I'm buzzing with Betsy by my side, so everything is okay. Thank you very much. That was, of course, a Cafe Soleil song, written back when I was singing there with Suiter's, long time, very important jazz venue, and now he's transferred here, so thank you very much, Suiter DeBose. saxophone, Mr. Krueger. On the keyboards, Mr. Matsuda. And that allusion that Suda made to the Vicks All-Star band was not about cough drops or vapor rub. It was rather the Vicks Jam that Kyle is now running after stuck up lit for so many years. On the bass, beautifully melodic, former saxophone player, current bass player, Mr. Wyatt. And on drums, Braxton, BK, Kahn. Just friends, lovers no more. Just friends, but not like before. To think we could have kissed and not to kiss again seems like pretending. Tell me this isn't the ending. To we tried. Suddenly that night, the story ends, and we just Thank you. And now just to prove that I've got a trombone and I'm not afraid to use it. There is, of course, there are many trombone jokes, but my favorite is, the definition of a gentleman is someone who owns a trombone but has the courtesy not to play it. Thank you. So, in thinking about different feels, I also wanted to use different time signatures. So we've got some songs in that with 5, some 12s, some 7s. This next one, for those who count, is in 5. And it's a rendition of My Funny Valentine.
We don't like it? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's hard to swing in 5 if you're not used to it, but I think the band is really, I knew that they would be able to do it, which is why I was introducing this material. And as I was thinking about material, several songs appeared which are in pretty standard fields. So this is one of them. This is a tune called Sighing, which occurred to me as I was walking out along the Sandstone Reach in Longmont. That's okay. Close my eyes, I arrived in paradise or somewhere else. I might have missed the welcome sign. Cares about the name that they give it, as long as you get to live it. Big ideas, filled with the passing years. Hopes and fears, but hide and seeking manifestos. Humble pie tastes better under starlit skies. So while we're here, let's bask in the sunlight, breathe in this light, and heave a sigh. Love in the side. That was a world premiere. That song has been played. Yes, I wrote it. Inspired. And now, I did not write this song. This is a Charlie Parker number. Hold on, let me. With lyrics by Mark Murphy on it. Yardbird Suite. It's hard to learn how tears can burn your heart, but that's the thing that I found out. Too late, I guess, cause I'm in a mess. My fate is kind of why do you leave me out this way? I thought there was no price to love, but you made me care. To perform a miracle, I'd resurrect your love for me. But I know that's impossible to do with every care. It's only despair. I go along, hoping someday you'll learn. I'll play my heart here forever. again, that's Cian Krueger on the alto sax, Matsuda on the keys, Kahn on drums, Wyatt on bass. We're gonna feel like it's like a dance band where you say, we're gonna slow it down now. Yeah, this is actually a waltz by Annie Booth, Three Sisters Waltz. And she wrote it because she's one of three sisters, so it's dedicated to her sisters. But I also have three sisters, and my mom is one of three sisters. So the whole thing just reminded me of a sort of echoing of generations. So I put some lyrics on this song. I hope Annie will forgive me for that. Just like three flowers blossoming from the same root. Three sisters lift their shining faces to the springtime sun. Oh, this old world is new again. It makes them jump right out of their beds. They've got a lot of serious playing to get done. And the sun climbs way, way up to the top of the sky. And the sisters gather in his rays, and they drink them down like sparkling wine. Ooh, they sing and dance through the night. They love to cuddle, and they have to learn to fight. Three sisters grown strong and beautiful in the summertime. three sisters gather the harvest of yesterday's tomorrows. So many meals served, so much love given unreserved. So many sweet honey joys, too many vinegar sorrows. And the western wind whispers of snows. For the wheel of time reaps what it sows. And now with silver crowns on their heads, they make ready their beds. Three sisters dream of waking again. Tune. It's really an interesting tune by Duke. It's called African Flower. It's on the Money Jungle album with Charles Mingus and Max Roach. And it's really very modal. It almost sounds like a Satie piece. He also plays it solo, where if you didn't know it was Duke Ellington, you would think this is some sort of French, impressionist composer. And the version that we're doing here is lifted from Sancho Panza, and it speaks to my desire to be in a Latin horn section. Kahn there on the drum. Well, I think we'll have one more, then we'll take a short break and come back. Or should we actually take a break now? Let's do one more. We'll do the straight up blues for you. Route 66. West, and highway, that's the highway down to the west. Get your kicks on Route 66. And lines from Chicago to LA. That's only 2,000 miles across the way. Come on and get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah, from St. Louis, traveling Missouri, all from the city looking mad, pretty can be Amarillo, Captain Mexico. Let's don't forget what I'm getting at, but if you can get into this kind of trick, why don't you bring that California bliss? Come on and get your kicks on Route 66. Krueger, Matsuda, Wyatt, Braxton, Kahn, Weiser, and we'll be back after a short break. Hope you'll stick around.